Rainer, a much needed 3 points today. You must be delighted with that.
Yeah, I've just said to the boys in there, I think you could see over the last couple of weeks, some of the boys maybe a bit short of confidence. But we knew we had that type of gritty performance in us. We worked hard last week in training at a switch of the system a little bit. But I'm just so pleased with their kind of dedication and the spirit today. You saw in the last 5 minutes, they've gone to have a shot and there's 5 of our lads round blocking it. And that's what you need in a dressing room. And especially in a derby game as well, I thought there was some good tackles flying in. It was a competitive game. So, like you say, really, really pleased. And it's nice to come away from the Christmas period with another Derby Day win.
Yeah, it was a real tough battle out there this afternoon, as you mentioned. Not a load of chances or goal-mouth moments, but I mean, every player played a part this afternoon.
Yeah, you could see that. I think the pitch held up really well, actually. But it was a physical battle. You could see some of the tackles going in. It was a proper ding-dong of a game, which is good to see. When you've got a good crowd, you want a good game, and both sides, to be fair, both delivered that. So, like you say, they want many chances in the games, but we've said it for weeks where if you put pressure on back fours in this league, sometimes mistakes will happen and you've got to capitalise on that. And what I was really pleased with is how we started the game and we scored. We scored when we were on top, and I think, like I say, in our recent games, we maybe haven't done that.
Another 2 goals for Oggy today, as you mentioned. Both kind of similar in some respects, and how cool were the finishes? They were so composed, weren't they?
I think it's the same at Beverley, to be fair to him. He's when he's through on goal now, he's showing so much more composure and calmness, and he never stops running from minute 1 to 90. But he epitomises what we were about today. Everyone was that. Everyone, subs included, coming on, showed that real willingness to kind of get a really, really good 3 points.
And how important do you think the timing of the goals were, especially the second one, right at the start of the second half?
Yeah, like we said, they had a spell, didn't they, after we scored, and I thought they created some good chances. The delivery in the box was good, and I thought our lads and Alfie defended it relatively well. And then we came out second half, and the kind of aim was to start bright. So they've had their spell, we've weathered it, and we started that, and I think it just settled us down a little bit with that second goal. And then, to be honest, I think if I'm being slightly critical, we could have maybe had more. We didn't create a great deal of chances, but when we got into their final third, maybe we chose the wrong pass, or we maybe just didn't shoot at times. So, but yeah, it was a real kind of settling moment for us when we got that second.
And just sticking with Oggy, he looked absolutely bang up for it today, didn't he? Because
Yeah.
obviously been a bit critical recent weeks
Yeah.
of his performances, but he was bang up for it.
He was. You could see from minute 1, we knew that them two, if they're on it, Des and Oggy, they can be a real handful up top, and you've got Des going up short, linking up the play, and then it allows Oggy to make that running behind. But you could see that he was really up for it, and I think he's been carrying little niggles, but again, like 2 goals again from today is an incredible effort.
And he doesn't stop, does he? Until 98 minutes, he was still turning on those turbo.
Yeah, I don't know how he keeps doing it. We on the bench sometimes, we're just amazed how he keeps running. But again, he's a fit boy, looks after himself away from the game, and that's what they've got to do, especially this time of year where obviously it's a little bit easier to kind of socialise, and you obviously seeing your families and stuff like that. So, but I could tell as soon as the boys turned up today, they were really up for it, and that's what we said. We said, if you win or lose a game, as long as you've left everything out there, that's all we can ask.
Shep back in the starting lineup today, bit of a different role for him, dropping into the back 3, but he was outstanding, wasn't he?
I thought, and Augie got the 2 goals, but I thought Shep was probably our man of the match. Again, probably been a bit disappointed over the last couple of weeks where he hadn't necessarily played as much as you want, but we had to think about it, and I've always kind of toyed with the idea of him playing centre half. He's an intelligent footballer, he reads it well, and physically he's very good in the air, and I just thought he read it so well today. And when we needed him in key moments, Mozer, Reese, everyone were putting their head on the line. So, but he deserves a special mention because it's not easy going to a new position, and also to be playing right of a 3. It's a little bit easier if you're playing in the middle, but right of a 3. But yeah, it's credit to Shep as well. His attitudes from first day of pre-season, you could tell he's a true professional.
And a word on Mike Morris as well, making his second debut for the club back there.
Yeah, we've had it done for a while. We just obviously with his work commitments, and then we're having games called off when he was available, to have him back as well. And it's just that experience and that leadership that he brings. And like I say, I don't think he lost the header all game, and then when it needed to be cleared, he cleared it. And it was just, I think it's really good for our young defenders to look at them 2 performances from them 2 today and go, that's how you defend.
First clean sheet in almost 2 months now as well. Really important.
Yeah, really important, because we obviously had a really good run of clean sheets where I think we had 4 or 5 in a row, and then we came away from it a little bit. So to come to here, which is a really difficult place, and to get a clean sheet, and like we said, we scored 2 goals. Everyone's scored the 2 goals. Everyone's kept the clean sheet. It's not just the back 3, back 4, back 5. It's everyone, and like I say, that spirit they had today, it was a brilliant day.
And just finally, a word for the support. Great travelling numbers.
Fantastic. It was excellent. Obviously the Stag do, and also the Taddy loyal fans down fun as well. It was a great atmosphere. I thought fair play to the Knaresborough fans as well, because they turned up. So it just made for a really good kind of Christmas derby day, and it's obviously nice to come away with 3 points.
Big well done, Ryan.
Cheers, mate.